Good morning, everybody. I'm all muffled up again. So I hope you can hear me. We're apparently allowed to go out for one form of exercise per day. So this is going to be mine. Not quite sure where we're going yet, but we'll see when we get there. I'm going to cut this off for a second or two, and while I get my keys put away, and I'll come back on in a little while. I think actually I might try and get round to the cemetery and turn the phone back on, turn the camera back on when I'm round there. And it's about a 20-minute walk, I think. So I think I'll try and make that and switch you back on. So see you in a little while. Here we go. What's the matter with this? It seems to not be focusing very well. Hang on a minute. That's better. So this is a very old church. Just about 15-minute walk. 20 minutes slow walk from where I live. And big old church. Last time, it isn't a Catholic church, it's a Church of England. And last time I was here was for a friend's funeral last summer. I don't know whether you like me and you are interested in very old tombstones. I do find them fascinating. At one time you wouldn't have caught me. I was going to say you wouldn't have caught me dead in a graveyard. This one, 1897. And 1901. I don't know whether you can see the dates on there. I don't want to tread on the grave itself. And this one died 1895. The first one is buried Sarah Amy, and 1895, and then I guess it was a husband, died in 1902, aged 65 and 67 respectively. That's a very old stone there, which you're not going to see anything on that at all. There is something, but there's a name, but can't make it out. This one, Eliza Blakeway, died June the 2nd, 1894, aged 73. There's that one up there, right by the wall. This one, Benjamin Pittaway, died 1939, and his wife, who died in 1946. They're both there. That'll be like Alfie and I. We've got our plot together for when we go. Can't see anything on that one. I mean, my belief is that you transition anyway and of course your body dies, but your energy, your soul, what makes you you, transitions into the universe, the consciousness, collective consciousness if you like, with God. This one, Rebecca, 1892. And the inscription on that, if you can see it at the bottom, her children arise up and call her blessed. That one's fallen down there. Reminds me I've got to speak to my son because he's arranged these stones for our Alfie sister. That one, you can see because of the sun, 1937, so that's not as old. And then we've got the big Celtic cross there, I think it is. There's a couple of them. William Rolls and his wife Lily, 1893. Put you on hold, I'm going to walk over. I have to say that this churchyard, although it's very old, is kept very nice. This one, 1938, and this one, 1940, and this is a very old tombstone, and I think that grave's probably got about 3 people in there. Yes, it has. It's got the remains of Sidney Caddick. He was born in 1882 and died in 1964. His wife Emily, born in 1882 and died in 1970, and their daughter Doris, who was born in 1916 and died in 1946. It's bending just a little bit, leaning just to one side. Look over here. Died in 1887, that first one, and then the second one, Catherine, his wife, died in 1890, and there are 2 more. 1921 and 1928. That confuses me a little bit, that one does. why they wouldn't be interred with their own husbands if they were married, I don't know. Here's a comparatively new one, I would say. This is the sort of tombstone my mother has, and the one that my son's just ordered for Alfie's sister and her husband, the double book. Well, I say it's more recent, it's 1937, so that's what, 83 years ago. My goodness. This is an Air Force one. Oh my goodness, he died in the war. R.I.P. Priest, Royal Air Force, 14th of February, Valentine's Day, 1943, aged 20. Together with a driver, A.L. Priest. He's not in there, he was lost at sea in 1942. So it's just the V.L. Priest, the young Air Force officer in that one. None of the churches are open, they're doing online services for those who are participating at home. Who would have thought something like this would happen? We watch all these things about pandemics and yet you really don't anticipate it actually happening, do you? And I've seen the conspiracy theories, and despite the conspiracy theories, it is a very real thing, despite what's behind it. This one's got the pictures on, look, in memory. I don't think these are actual graves. I think they might be just urns interred here. Lorraine Diana Mathers died 31st of January 1960, aged 1. Oh my goodness. Another one, 1963, aged 9, safe in the arms of Jesus. And then, I guess it's the parents, William, age 65, or grandparents. And then a little boy who was only 2.5 months, and a woman aged 78. Somebody still remembers. And they've got the pictures. Every generation has got its sorrows. Aged 83 and 85. This is another big one here. Joseph Bagnall Jordan. 1967, I would have thought that was older than that. Quite surprised. Put you on hold. Husband and wife, Ellen and Harold Merrick, Joan and Courtney Thomas. I would guess they're both husbands and wives, don't know. United in God's love. (1905), that one there. It's a lovely old churchyard, and considering that is the main road which is what I was saying to you the other day, into Birmingham one way and into Warwick the other way, it's very quiet. Let's go and see what the notices are on the door. That's another large one. I would think there's probably about 4. 5 even people in that grave. 2. And here, somebody who was born in 1901 and died in 1988. And you know, that's another one born in 1906 and died in 1906 and died in 1999. And those are really good ages. You know, even by today's standards, people aren't living that long. I think it's a husband and wife in there. He died aged 25 years in 1887. And it's got on the bottom, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see the Lord." And this one, that's 1885. She died aged 56. And her husband died aged 80. That can't be right. She died aged 56 in 1885, and her husband died in 1888. Oh, aged 35. I was thinking it said 85. It's a husband and wife there. See what the notices say. Archbishop of Canterbury and the Bishop of York. Archbishops of Canterbury and York have issued advice. Suspended until further notice. The church continues to be alive and active. So I don't know what further notice, how long that's going to be. No idea. Because the doors on these churches, they're so beautiful, so much work going into them. And they're heavy old things as well, when you have to push them to open them. Right, I think I'm going to head back now. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful. See that? Must have cost a pretty penny, you know. Let me just count. 1, 2, 3, at least 4 people again in this one. You know, you buy the plot and you've still got to pay for your funeral. Because Alfie and I have bought our plot, we've still got to pay for our funerals, which I've put money to one side for. It's a big old tomb there. See if you can look at this. I was naughty then, I sneaked down the side, hoping nothing would cave in on me. That's lovely, isn't it? And old. 1909. George Burns, age 56, 1909. Alfie's dad was 56 when he died. And here's one. AIG, Jack. Little boy named Jack, who died in 1929 at the age of 13. He's in there together with his aunt, who died 4 years later. So that's a little boy of 13 and his auntie, who died 4 years later. They're both in that one. Right, I'm heading home. Back later.